Hello, my name is Danielle Harvey, and welcome back to our channel, Home Buying in Colorado. I'm a realtor with Coldwell Banker Realty.
And I'm Nicole Goyette, and I help people manage their finances as they're purchasing a home.
So in a previous video, we talked about down payment and what that means specifically for people that are buying their first home. However, today Nicole is going to dive a little bit deeper into how that looks like for somebody buying maybe a second, third, fourth home. So tell us in general how that differs.
So there are three different classifications of properties that someone might buy after their first home. The first is a new primary residence, somewhere where they will live after that first home. The second classification is a second home, so a place that you might spend vacation days, live part-time. And the third classification is an investment property where you will never live on the premises, but you will have renters. Each of those requires a different level of down payment at a minimum. So for the primary residence, when you have previously owned a home, you're looking at a 5% down payment. For a second home, you're generally looking anywhere between a 10 and a 20% down payment. And for a true investment property, it's anywhere between 20 and 25% down payment.
So Nicole, how do you access the cash for any of these different types of down payments?
Yeah, so obviously all of those percentages that I just shared are much higher than the 3% that's required for a first-time home buyer. So someone who has owned a property prior is going to use the equity from their home in order to be able to put a larger down payment down. You can do that one of two ways. Either you sell the first property and put the money earned from that property into the next purchase, or you can do a cash out refinance and tap into the equity that you have earned since buying the home and get a lump sum of cash while redesigning the terms of your mortgage and use that equity in order to put the down payment towards the second home.
So say somebody found the perfect home and they want to move into that and they have an offer accepted, but they haven't sold their first one. Are there any options for those people in the sense of lending?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so one scenario is best addressed with your realtor, and that is when you decide, hey, we're going to put our house on the market immediately, and our offer for the new home is contingent upon the sale of the original home. The second way to do it is through the use of what we call a bridge loan, and that is providing you with the funds to literally bridge the gap between when you sell your home and when you purchase the new home. And the bridge loan is something that is repaid as soon as that first home is sold, and just builds you a little bit of time in order to have that gap.
So how does somebody decide how much cash to put into that next home, or should they keep some back? How will they work that out with their lender?
Anyone who has owned a home knows that moving into a new home requires a lot of money. There might be landscaping that you want to do. There might be home rehab that you want to do. All the floors might need to be ripped up. You need to buy new replacement furniture to fit the new floor plan. So in general, having liquid assets is so hard to come by these days that as a rule of thumb, it's like keep your cash, put the minimum towards your down payment, and use the excess cash in order to do all those home improvements that you want to the new home. However, working with a loan originator in order to work out the different scenarios for different levels of down payment is always to your best advantage. It turns out that putting a much more significant down payment towards a purchase actually does not give you the relief on your monthly payments that you might expect. And so it can actually take a decade or even more in order for you to recoup the cash that you put towards a down payment up front and actually have earned that back in your monthly savings.
Is there anything that somebody might want to consider about keeping too much cash back in regards to like taxes?
Yeah, so capital gains is a real thing. Mm-hmm. And so anyone who has purchased a home and made a tremendous amount of equity off of that is going to have to pay a higher tax bracket based on the equity that was earned on the home. So several people not several people, but people who do have a lot of equity in their home should certainly talk to a certified accountant and talk about the capital gains versus down payment correlation so that your money is working to the best advantage for you.
That's a great summary, Nicole. Thanks so much, and we'll see you in our next video.
Bye.
Bye.